Are you ready? Because I know I'm ready. Are you ready to get hype as fuck?
Hype as fuck.
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 Hype AF.
Get hype as fuck.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Skyman is tapping the fuck in.
And if you haven't heard already, hype as fuck, baby. Let's go.
What up, what up? Welcome to another episode of Hype AF Podcast. I am your host, Mad Whack Jackson. And today on our show, we have Mike B. I'm pretty sure some of you already are familiar with this guy. He's been in our network for a hot minute. Some of you probably might know him as TheRealMicB. So, without further ado, thank you guys for coming. Make sure you drop some comments and questions during this show. Share this out, tag your friends, tell them to come in here and have some fun with us. And let's bring him right on stage. What up, everyone?
Hello,
Mike B.
How is everybody?
Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, thank you for having me. It's an honor. I've called the show a bunch of times. It's good stuff.
We appreciate that big time.
Yeah, no worries.
To just kind of get everyone just a little bit familiar with you right off the bat, why don't you tell them how old you are, if you'd like to, where you're from originally, and where you reside now, if they differ.
All right. Well, I just turned 36 the beginning of July, like the first week of July. I'm based out of South Central Pennsylvania, like York County, a little town called Hanover. Man, I wasn't born here. I was born like just under like in the Maryland line, but I was raised up here. So.
And how long have you been doing music, and what got you into it?
I wrote my first song when I was like 16, almost 17. They used to play that. There's a bunch of old, like, I don't want to just say dumb music, but you know, it was funny stuff, you know. And they used to play that stuff out at the skating rink every Friday. It was pretty cool. So, but yeah, I was 16 when I did that, and then did it for a couple of years, and then like my 20s, life happened, and then we really just been going hard with it for like 4 years now. So traveling, performing, opening up for some people, releasing music. So
who are your biggest inspirations in music?
I'd say one of my biggest inspirations in music, like hip hop artists, would be DMX, you know, rest in peace. And then there's a whole lot, like Eminem, 50 Cent, Nas, Jadakiss. Man, look, there's just so many. Like, I listen to so much. I listen to a lot of other genres of music as well.
So what about in life in general? Because I specifically kind of geared that toward music. Just what about who's one of your biggest inspirations?
My biggest inspirations here in life? My kids, my old lady, you know, no disrespect, but the old lady is old, not old, you know, my old lady. So, yeah, definitely, you know, I really can't think of anybody else that I would say is my inspiration. You know, like they give me inspiration to get through the day. You know what I mean? Nobody else is here, so like loosely, you know.
Sure. So, this is a hard question, but I ask it to everyone. What is your favorite, and I want to specify, current song? Like on the radio, not on the radio, but what is one song that you just right now just keep finding yourself on repeat?
I honestly, I couldn't tell you. I don't listen to too much like music that's like mainstream. Now, if you're talking like underground radio,
Yeah, sure. Drop
um,
some names, man. We're all about networking and finding some new people out there. So, you know,
Stevie Stone's dope. He did that song with Caskey, Wasted. I caught myself listening to that a lot. I actually talked to him the other day on the phone. It was dope. So might be working on something. I don't know yet. I don't want to say anything. So, but contact has been made. So,
hell yeah, I'll be rooting for you on that one. He's a good dude. I have a feeling that'll come through for you.
he seemed like a good dude. We talked. We only talked for like, what was it, 19 minutes, something like that. But dope. So I
So,
say I don't listen to too many.
yeah, no, I don't listen to mainstream either. So if you were to name
Well,
someone mainstream, I probably wouldn't even know who they were.
uh,
But out of your own collection of music now that you have done, do you have a favorite?
out of my collection, do I have a favorite? I'd say, yeah, I'd say the new favorite would be "Bad Guy." The one I did with my old lady is pretty dope. So I think that's my favorite song to date. But we just dropped a couple of more, and they're pretty cool. But I can't call them my favorites. But
What about again, this is out of your collection of music. Do you have one song in general that just brings up heavy emotion, whether it be happiness, sadness, anger, just which song of yours makes you emotional?
I have a song called "Memory Lane." Recorded and released it it was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and it touches base on like a little bit of my life growing up, my relationship with my parental, and so uh, I I don't listen to it a whole lot. I don't perform it. At least I haven't. I think I performed it one time like 2 years ago, but it's you know it was more of like a therapeutic song. It's like, all right, I got this out, and now I don't ever have to hear it again. But it's still okay to listen to sometimes. Just catch yourself in your bag and like, yeah, we did that.
All right, now this one is have you already mentioned that you've gone and been able to do a few shows. So do you have a song of yours that you just absolutely love to do live?
Uh, um, yeah. I think "Rub It on Your Chest" is. There's a couple. "Rub It on Your Chest" is real good. Like when people understand what it means. Because at first people were like, "Huh," and I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Here's what it means, and they're like, "Oh, okay, cool." But high energy, good message, and we ripped the stage up. It's funny.
All right. So have you had the opportunity to perform out of state?
Oh yeah, a couple of times.
Do you have a favorite venue that you've gotten to go to so far?
Favorite venue that I've gotten to go to so far would have to be the Harrisburg Midtown Arts Center in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. That's absolutely dope. We opened up for Struggle Jennings out there a few months ago, and we ripped it. I was 300 plus people there. The place was pumping.
Oh yeah. Now, if you could headline any venue anywhere in the world, where would you want to headline?
Like venue or for an art? Okay, I'd like to go down to like the South by Southwest down there. Was that at Houston, right?
I couldn't tell you.
Pretty sure they host that down in Houston. And it's um, I can't really tell you. I
All
guess
right, what?
whoever be willing to have me, I'll come out and rock out pretty much wherever. You know, we travel, so
So you don't have any place in the world that you're like, man, I just wish I could open for on this stage one day. Like you're the headliner, man. You're not opening for no one. You are the headliner. Where do you want to perform? Like you're calling the shots.
I think Rolling Loud would be all right. I'd like to go out. Yeah, I think that would be dope.
All right. Here's another one. If you had the opportunity to work with anyone, dead or alive, on music, outside of music, no matter what, if you could work with anyone, dead or alive, who would you like to work with?
I would love to work with DMX, definitely.
So, for those of you watching and tuning in, and to my guest, I don't know if you are aware, but I did just fully get moved into a new house, so I do not have the option to pull up a YouTube video quite yet. But since we don't have that option, I will ask you, and you can say no. But would you be willing to do a acapella or freestyle, just one of your verses or something for us, real quick?
Yeah, I'll give you some that I never put on anything. It's more of a poem than anything, but it's real short.
All right, you go ahead and do that. I'm gonna just mute my mic so that there's no background noise, and you go ham on us, brother.
All right, bet. I said, I thought April that year was the happiest time of my life. It turns out I almost had the wrong chick for a wife. She claimed to be in love, but it was just infatuation. Wish I'd have known from the start. Look at all this time I wasted. Couple of years down the drain. And these tears, they fell like rain. And not to mention a little girl that looked up to me and knew me as her father. When I look back, I was just a babysitter for another man's daughter.
Hell yeah, man. Not only, I mean, obviously you're speaking some feelings there for sure.
What else is there to talk? Like, look, I don't do like crazy, like whatever you want to say. I don't run the streets anymore. You know, I got a pass. So we used to, you know, run around the streets addicted and whatnot. You know, life's never been peachy, but we don't do that shit. So I don't talk about it. I don't glorify it. And I'm not better than anybody. I'm not dissing anybody that does. I cuss and my head's fucked up. So I talk about like my shit.
All right, so here's a question for you. I want you to kind of answer it as if they are in this show watching right now. Let's pretend you have a hater. How do you address them?
I don't. I don't care. I'm not going to antagonize them. Like, you know.
Literally just pretty much.
Okay. Like, I've made songs about this. Like, tell them my name. I don't care. Whatever. Blame me. I don't care. Whatever.
I see you have it up on your screen, but you explained it to me. So would you mind explaining that little acronym you got up there, your little Royce acronym?
RIOYC stands for rub it on your chest, which means when life or anybody in it gives you shit, you know, telling you can't make it or you feel life is so hard right now, you want to give up, you know, rub that shit on your chest and make it happen. Find a way. Don't give up because, you know, you don't lose until you quit. So, and I'm 4 years old with suicide attempt. So, you know, we ain't never been more grateful to be here. You know, and I got kids and shit and kids that didn't come from me, that look up to me. So, you know, it's awesome to be here. And I'm not going to stop doing what I do because anybody wants me to or says I can't do it or says, you know, I don't have it in me. I literally just had somebody literally just text me yesterday and tell me that I'll never make it in this business and shit and this, that, and the third, and da, da, da. And I was just like, okay, bud, said, lose my fucking number. I'm like, all right, cool. And then text me again. And I was like, bro, you just told me to lose your number. And then here you are messaging me again. Like, listen, dude, chill with the shit. Just like, and then I blocked him. Like, like, whatever. I don't care. I don't have time for it.
So as an artist, what in your personal experience has been one of the hardest obstacles you've had to overcome so far?
Well, dude, there's no friends out here. Not in this business. Associates, yes. Friends, no.
So, yeah, that seems to be a common trend. Not a lot of.
It's a shame it's that way. It is, because but in my experience, every single other artist that I've brought in and brought in where they were constantly doing stuff with us and this and that. I'm not talking about anybody that I featured with or whatnot, that I talked to from afar. I got, shout out to Moody 144. Yeah, definitely dope. I've had people around that, you're always like, they're moving funny, and then I guess they get to a point where they don't feel like they need you as a stepping stone anymore. And what this, and like I've never claimed to be anybody's anything or better than anybody or anything or above anybody or doing anything bigger than anybody. I'm just like, here's what we're doing, man. Do you want to go along? And then you don't get the same respect that you were dishing out, and that's like, okay, cool. I'm not with it. So
yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Just kind of convenience friends, I guess, is what you could call them. They're there for their own convenience.
Yeah, and it's like, I hate to sound so negative about it. Like I have friends, just not so much other artists. You know what I mean? I have a couple of other friends who are other artists and whatnot, but not too many. Because thought I did, and then all of a sudden, boom, and then I'm like, oh, okay, well, that happened fast with no explanation. Like, I'm good.
So from here on out, what are some of your strategies and ways to grow, or in other words, your 5-year plan?
My 5-year plan. Continue writing and, releasing music. Possibly have EP, maybe not like a full album, but a little extended project coming out here. You talking about as far as music or just in life in general?
Whatever you want to talk about, man.
All right, cool. 5-year plan, man. So we said 5 years, 2.5 years ago. I said house, land, ours, doing it. Almost there. Not there yet, but it's much closer. So just keep doing what we're doing. Keep putting foot to ass and pushing forward. And, when people talk shit, whatever, just rub it on the chest and keep going. I don't care, whatever.
That's cool.
Outside of somebody stopping me in public and yelling and screaming at me and shit, I really have no reason to address anything, online anyway. People can say whatever they want. I don't care.
I love that I asked you your 5-year plan, and you're the first person who kind of came back with I've already knocked, what did you say, 2.5 years off of your plan. So congratulations to that, man. Good for you.
Thank you. Like I said, we're not there yet. Even when we get there, we're just keep going. In my head, it's best to not know we're there, even when we are.
No,
because I tend to like maybe get too comfortable. I don't know, and then fall.
Yeah,
Get
you stop.
distracted.
Well, you stop if you feel like you've already made it, then you stop striving for better, and you just become stale. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So check this out, right? Nobody's perfect, so it's always gonna be work every single day. That's my point. It's best to not know that you've made it. Just keep pushing.
Absolutely.
Look, life sucks sometimes. Cool, get a helmet. I'm sorry, not sorry. I've been through some shit. Everybody else been through some shit. I get it. My story's no worse than anybody else's, but I wouldn't survive in their shoes, guaranteed. They wouldn't survive in my shoes. If we're all in a big group and we throw our shoes up, I'm not trying to catch yours. I'm trying to get mine.
Yeah, I can agree with that too. I wouldn't even want to be honest. I don't know. I can't say I like my shoes 100% of the time, but I don't think I would want to be in anyone else's.
I'm playing my hand, always.
All right, so I pretty much want to just remind the viewers here for a second to go ahead and drop any questions you might have for our guest, and kind of just give the floor to you for a second and talk about any shows you might have coming up, any music that's about to come out, anything big that we, just skipped over and you want to talk about.
Oh, man, all right. So, as far as shows, the last show we were on was about a month and a half ago. We were out in Redline, Pennsylvania with one of the legends, Afro Man, rocked out with dude, it was dope. Like, I was like 12 years old because they got high, and then you're like right there with the dude, like, what's up, bro? Like, hi. Yeah. And I'm like, no shit. So, that was dope. Supposed to be in Portage, Wisconsin, with a couple of folk, Hard Target and all them out there, the end of August, but we can't make it out there. We had some family things come through, and financially it doesn't make sense right now. So, but there'll be other ones. So outside of that, no shows like in the book. Have a couple of possibilities, waiting to hear back from a couple of venues and things that are going on. So, but have music coming out all year. I only released like 8 songs already this year. So I think that's a pretty cool accomplishment for me. It's more than I put out last year. That's more than I put out the year before, so.
Right on, right on. We have someone calling you out in the comments. Ashton's calling you out.
Oh, that's Bunny Love. Did we do? Oh, yeah, we did. Okay, that's right. All right, forgive me. All right. So after the Afro Man show, we were in Western Pennsylvania, like northern Cambria County. Performed at a mansion party. Shout out to my guy Matt Gardner, and Drewby. Shout out to Drewby. I don't know if anybody knows him, but dope artist. And then we were with them again in Altoona, Pennsylvania, the week after at the Kryptonite nightclub. Which, when you hear nightclub, it's like, like it's not like a nightclub in the city. It's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. It's just in the mountains. So it's like a mountain nightclub. But it was cool.
So it's kind of I wouldn't know, but I feel like it's still kind of more of a bar type scene than nightclub. Yeah.
Yeah. More of a bar type scene. They had 3 bars in the joint, actually. It was pretty cool. There wasn't a whole lot of people there. Really, like the show was titled Artists Supporting Artists, ASA. So, and that's pretty much what it was. It was still a dope ass show. Everybody still had fun, and so I'm happy it went as well as it did. Oh yeah, short-term memory loss for sure. That's a true story.
So one viewer would like to know, what are some of your favorite hobbies outside of music?
Um, Hobbies outside of music. Staying out of trouble. That has become a great hobby of mine. So no. Yeah, I'm right. As far as hobbies, fishing. I like to go fishing. Um, I don't know if walking can be a hobby, but
Yeah.
yeah, you just be like, I'm going for a walk, and then see you. It's easier said than done now, but knitting. Okay, well, I mean, I can crochet. I just don't anymore. I was in a group home when I was a kid, and then like that's over. Did that, watch TV and shit.
Spoiling your cat, supposedly, eh?
Sometimes, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I can't
I
really say, outside of like I don't really have a hobby that like I really just rush to get done. It's like every day I'm in the notebook on my notebook. I'm sitting right here on my notebook now, notebook right here, pen, like all the time. I'm a stay-at-home dad. Not by choice, but I was in like a bad accident. Actually, today is August 4th, so it's 21 years ago today.
that that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. If you want to kind of elaborate on that, feel free.
I told you I was in a group home and stuff, so I got locked up when I was it was what was it 2001, December 2001. I was 13. I got out June 11th, 2003. I turned 15 in July, and I got hit by a car while I was riding my bicycle in August. So it's like I died. They said I was pronounced dead at the scene. I flatlined in a helicopter, and then I flatlined the first time they took me off life support. But then I was in a coma for like a month. Was in a wheelchair for a while. I got rods, pins, plates, brain damage, nerve damage. So like I walk on the side of my foot. So, but we're still here. We're here. It's
That's the positive, right? That's what we're looking at.
yeah, and like the older we get, it's like I don't know how much longer we're gonna be here. So we're gonna just keep doing what we're doing.
Is your old lady involved in your music career?
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
I don't want to I can't say since like I was 16, but I can definitely say since Rub It On Your Chest. That was like the beginning of everything that we're doing now. Like that's the movement, that's the label, that's and a lot of people laughed at it and all this, but that's cool. Whatever. Don't like again, like I said, you want me to do what with my chest? Like whatever, dude. Just Google it, you'll be all right.
So I'm actually down to my last two questions. So if any viewers want to drop some in here, that would be super awesome and helpful. And I real quick, I want to remind you, or actually not remind you, but have you drop all of your social medias and everything so that everyone knows where to find you and look you up and listen to all of this music and stuff we're talking about.
All right, bet. Oh, still see me?
Yep.
Okay. It took me away for a second. All right, there we go. All right. In the chats here. So you can follow me on Facebook. It's Mike B, MICB, BEE. Artist page, The Real Mike B. It's all one word. Mike is MIC like a microphone, so no one gets confused. I'll drop some tags for some music here. Oh, wait. It says the comment failed to post. So I can't put it. I can't put links in here.
I'm not sure if you're commenting in the StreamYard. No, it won't. But after the show, or even if you wanted to forward them to me, I can drop them in the Facebook link of this video.
Okay. Yeah, no doubt. Gotcha.
So yeah, you are on. Are you on YouTube?
I'm on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio. As far as socials, I use like Facebook mainly, Instagram at TheRealMicB, Twitter or X, whatever, same thing. TheRealMicB on all platforms, PlayStation Network, all that, and kind of hang out in Los Santos with me. If we get bored, we'll hit the streets out there.
Oh yeah. All right. Ashton Nicole Shelter. I don't think I'm saying your last name right. I apologize, but thank you for dropping those. She dropped the links for you in the comments on Facebook for everyone. So everyone, go click on those and go follow my guest, you guys.
It's absolutely dope. Much love. Yeah, that is Bunny Love. That is my old lady. So we got another song coming out here too. We are working on something now. It's definitely different than anything I've ever done, but it's kind of got like a rock / rap / like new metal vibe. So think like, I don't even know what to compare it to, but it's dope. Sounding dope so far.
That's awesome. Not to put any pressure on you, but just so we can be there with you when it all happens. When can we look for that?
What are we in now? August. Probably by Halloween.
Right.
I think it would be a good time to drop a song like this. But we got a gang of other music coming out too, like ready to come out. So I'm just waiting on artwork for, and just not really dragging my feet, just spacing it out. Because we have like 10 joints right now finished, ready to roll. Not really sure what we're doing with them yet, but just release them as we go. I said last year, or the end of last year, I said we're gonna release music every month or every other month, like all year. So we're doing.
Yeah. Here's a question from one of our viewers. I really like this one. If you could pick a lineup and build your own concert, who would you have performing?
Oh man. I would have my God Judah Priest, from the Wu-Tang. Shout out to 144 Records. For sure. I would have my guy JK come out. It's absolutely dope. It's a lineup. I'd probably have like 5. So, bam. If I could have Redman on the lineup, that would be dope. If I could have Eminem on the lineup, that would be dope. Of course, like huge, and just it's like so I was born in the late 80s, grew up in the 90s. So, when Eminem came out, like I was there. All right. Like I saw it all happen and I was like, all right, cool. Like we can do this too. Whatever. I'm not trying to be Eminem. I'm just trying to be the first Mike B, and for number 5, I have Nas come out. That would be dope. If I could have those 5 artists come out, I think that would be a killer show. I think everybody would get along.
I think that'd be. I'd go to that show. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would actually.
Yeah, I don't think they'd have a venue big enough for that show.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty big ass show. Okay. I think there was one up here. Yes. So you mentioned earlier that DMX was one of the people who you really looked up to. One of our viewers wants to know what about him makes him someone that you would want to work with.
Is I was like 14, okay, like, you know, when I started coming home on like weekend passes or whatnot from the group home, and one of my buddy's older brothers gave me the Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood album, and you know, I wasn't supposed to be out of the house, but I couldn't really sit in the house because we just argue with my parental, and you know, just cool. So I just ran the streets with my headphones. You know, I had to walk in with the CD, or I'd be out like hiding behind the car just listening to, you know. So, and throughout the years, man, his connection, like his spirituality, his humbleness, man, like acknowledges that, you know, there's a power greater than himself, you know. Facts, not, you know, not up for debate with anybody on my account. I just the pain, the fact that, you know, and dude, the struggle with addiction, like, you know, I was there, you know, as I just, I don't know what happened, man. And I read his book. I was in jail, Earl. So it was like the biography of DMX, and you know, I actually got to dig in a little more outside of the music, because until then, I you know, I hadn't really known, like, you know. And then it's, I guess, you know, he showed me that you can use the things that you go through and your pain, your struggle, and you know, you can use it in a good way, and you know, you can let other people know it's like, hey, look, you know, you're not alone. Like, we all go through the same things in life, different circumstances, but romance, financial, just life in general, man, shelter, food, where we all go through the same shit, you know. And I don't want to sound like one of those Miss America pageants, like, I want world peace and this, but dude, like, for real, smoke a joint, shut the fuck up. Like, who cares if we're different? Go do you.
There is a question on here, but again, it's up to you if you'd like to address it.
All right.
Someone is curious if you and Jay still get along after some things that were apparently said.
I don't know what Jay we're talking about.
So, anyways.
Jay. I mean, no. And that's not me trying to be disrespectful or anything. Jay who? I know a couple of Jays. My guy right here, his name's Jay. So I don't.
Well, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, Rob, those are questions that are, I feel, more personal than to be on my podcast anyway. Sorry. No disrespect to you.
But like, I will just say this: I have absolutely no beef with anybody. I don't know what was said outside of what I said, so to anybody. So again, don't care.
All right. So one of my last two questions here, and this, I'm going to ask this question, but you have to basically relive it and give it to me, this story, with as much hype and enthusiasm as possible, because this is the Hype as Fuck podcast. So tell me one of your favorite, most hype moments, whether it be you meeting someone getting to meet you, just one of your most favorite hype memories.
Oh, okay. It was in Philadelphia, June 2022. We were competing in the Coast to Coast Live joint. You know, there were 10 other artists in the joint, and boy, they started announcing the people from like fifth place and up, and they hadn't said my name, and the first place comes around, and ooh, yo, that place lit the hell. It was crazy. So that that was probably one of my hypest moments, you know. And then what was even hyper was, you know, they sent us down to Miami. We did a whole coast to coast down there. We performed down there, inside, outside, and then when we came back, what was it, like 3 days after we were back, we performed in Philly. I think that was the 144 tour. I think that was part of that. I mean, I could, you know, so they could correct me if, you know, but I performed, and then, you know, there was Judah Priest, you know, backstage, like, yo, Mike, you gonna give me any time, bro? Like, I guess I was like, I didn't know that he was coming up next, so like I got to open up for Judah Priest, like right at, like, whoa, like, okay, that was dope. Like, that struck me. I'm on the mic. I'm like, whoa, did I just open up for Judah Priest? Like, that's dope. Fucking right, hell yeah.
Right on.
So,
Hell yeah.
man.
Fuck yeah. Hell of a job, man. I love that. Yeah. That was my best. That was my favorite part of the show, man. I said get hype, and you pulled through, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
They said this is the Hype as Fuck podcast, right? You're supposed to be hype, right?
We're trying to get hype in this bitch. All right, so I'm already down to my last question. So before I ask, I just want to make sure we didn't forget about nothing that you want to tell these people watching right now.
Look, don't, you know, if you love doing something, whether it be music, cooking, you know, fucking being a parent, you know, just be the best at it that you can, you know. I love being a parent too, but I love making music too, you know. So I'm the best parent that I can be. I do dad stuff too, you know. Like, I'm not, but again, you know, just don't stop, you know. And especially, you know, you feel like life sucks right now. Like, look, somebody's always got it worse, and don't look at it like, yeah, like, just be grateful for what you have, where you're at, and, you know, keep striving for more. But be careful on how you get to the places you go.
Amen to that. Just keep going.
Remember, not everybody's your friend.
True. All right, so I guess my last question for the show. What is your favorite dinosaur?
My favorite dinosaur.
That's the best fucking question I've ever heard. I love it.
All right. My favorite dinosaur. I don't know. I still don't, like, I'm still not convinced they're real, or they were. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I didn't live back then. I wasn't here. I've seen the bones. I'm not trying to get into a big conspiracy theorist. If I was going to say anything, okay, like, let's say a velociraptor. All right. Smart, cunning, quick.
I like it. Hey, I'm totally good with your answer, man. I don't know. I didn't live with them. I wasn't here. Yeah, I can accept that. That's fair enough. Hey,
like, look, I'm still not convinced space is real. Okay, I've only seen what they show on TV. You know, I've seen a lot of shit to be like, hey, we probably didn't do that. I'm like, you know, maybe, but again, that's a conversation for another time.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show, man. That's shit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm down for that show, though. Just saying, you want to talk some weird shit, I'm all about it. All right. So that is all the questions I have today. So I want to just thank you again for coming on. And I want to thank all of my viewers for tuning in. Rob Ace, thank you. James Chaplin, thank you. Rob Gates, Sunray, Cameron James, Ashton Nicole, thank you. Anyone else who tuned in who I missed or who didn't drop a comment so I can't see your name, thank you for watching. And you are invited back on the show anytime. So you ever want to come back on and chit chat about something you got going on, just shoot me a message and you are welcome back, my man.
Hey, much love. Thank you again for having me. It's been dope. Somebody asked a question that I just saw not too long ago. They said, "How does my lady help me with my music?" Can I answer that real quick?
Sure.
Okay. So no matter what, she's not going to tell me what she thinks I want to hear. Okay. And sometimes I don't want to hear what she thinks, but I need to, So, if I can't, oh, and we were going through it the other day. I was like, I don't know, I'm not going to sound good on this, but then, it turned out sounding good because, like, I don't sing, but we made this sound okay. So I'm just, all right, cool, confidence and just reassurance that, we're supposed to be here. So,
Right on. Shout out to wifeys because
yeah,
we couldn't get much done without them.
definitely. So, look, behind every great person, there is a crazy partner pushing them forward.
I'm being a pain in the ass, okay?
Yeah,
That's all right. We need pain in the asses.
yeah, definitely give them a reason to not stay stagnant.
There you go. Exactly. And I guess before we go, this is the second time they brought it up, so I better go tell anyone watching right now to go check out something about your hand sanitizer.
Uh-huh. Oh, what happened?
Am I reading this correctly?
Yeah.
They say hand sanitizer. Yeah, we released, I tell you, we just released 2 singles, like 2 weeks ago. Rain Rain was one of them. That's absolutely dope. Uh, and then hand sanitizer. That's absolutely dope too. So yeah, don't forget to, rub that shit on your chest. Just make sure your hands are clean first. So, but we're gonna start throwing out hand sanitizer at the shows and stuff from now on too. It's gonna be dope.
That's funny.
So it's gonna be real dope.
Hell yeah! Right on, man.
We had to wash our hands with a lot of shit with that, and it was just like, all right, cool, we're done.
You better make sure that you customize them and put your little acronym on them hand sanitizer bottles.
Mike B's no crazier than anybody else. I saw that comment in there. Shout out to my guy Dan. I've known that guy for a long time.
All right, so yeah, that is actually going to do it for the show today. And
thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. I want to send you off. Again, just a reminder that you're welcome back anytime. And I want to send you off with the hopes of sellout shows and over 1 million streams on anything that you do from here on out in your future.
That would be sick. Thank you.
Oh yeah, man. Much love. Thank you for coming on and letting me take part of your day. We appreciate you.
Right. Again, thank you for having us and taking the time. Much love, y'all.
Much love. Peace out.
Peace.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And another big shout out to today's guest, TheRealMicB. Make sure you go follow him on all of the platforms. They are listed in the Facebook chat, so you can find those. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any episodes of Hype as Fuck coming up. And if you want to be on an episode of Hype AF, hit me up. We are scheduling for the next few months coming up. So get in touch with me so we can get you on a show. And I also want to just real quick, if you feel like donating to the show or any part of the show or any part of my crazy life to upgrade, better podcast, better this, better that, better everything, you can do that by dropping stars. You can do that by donating directly to Cash App and Facebook and other links. Those can be found in my bio. It is never required, but it is absolutely appreciated. And before I leave, I just want to go remind you to be awesome. Go stream some of my music, Mad Whack Jackson, And if you're in Colorado this Friday, come check out an awesome domestic violence awareness benefit show that is going on at the Roxy with Jerry Robinson, Joey Cool, Izzy Dunford, DJ Swasted, myself, Widow, and a whole bunch more. So come check that out this Friday in Denver, Colorado. I think that's it for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in and getting hype. Much love, and I will see you on the next episode of Get Hype AF. Later.